What up, tube? Yeah, that's the sound that you're hearing. And there's two reasons I want to do this. One is because we're going to do a little flip cup action. So I didn't want to take the record down with the flip cup because, it's going to be on the platter there. I like to think that if for whatever reason, I should have actually, I know I have microphones on right now. Should have put the apron on before starting to record, but whatever. But yeah, I didn't want to really tape that down. Even as I'm thinking about it, I might slap a couple pieces on once it's flipped. And we're in that sort of well, actually I can't. So I guess once I get it on top of there, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, that's where we're going today with our experimental, painting soiree here. Is that what we're calling it? Experimental painting soiree. Magical mystery tour is coming to take you away. I don't really see what I need. I mean, I guess I could just leave right there. Just find out which one I'm using. I know I'm using Smoky. So yeah, let's make a flip cup here. They say the color that you put in the bottom is what's going to come out towards the top, and I don't even know. I mean, we're just having some fun here. I got some paints that are kind of left over. I got a 12-ounce cup and 12-inch record, and I was kind of curious to see if the 12-ounce cup would work with 12-inch record, or did I need to actually get a 16-ounce cup for the 12-inch record? Like I said, I got a lot of paints that are just kind of, they've been here for over a couple weeks. So these, no, don't you do that? Let's see the other side line, but because they've been sitting for a little bit now, and we're starting to be like, hey, Derek, you want to use this? We're good too, which is weird because I would have definitely used these. I'd be, not say previous life, but I'm someone who would use paints a lot, and I have been using them a lot, and I know that a lot of it is working and busy, doing other things outside of painting. It's better when I was just painting every day. Now I'm not just painting every day. So. But we'll get back to that one day. We do the things that we have to do so we can do the things that we want to do. I think there's a saying somewhere. So I'm going to be doing the things that I want to do a lot more recently. I'm very grateful to be able to do, these things, such as painting. Painting is definitely something that, I feel like I have to do it. It's calling me. If I don't paint, it's like I gotta take a shower, I gotta paint. I gotta pray, I gotta paint. This is a form of prayer for me. Literally. My girlfriend's visiting in town, and actually she's right now, I guess you could say, out of town, visiting a friend. But the out of town's a lot closer than her town. One. And also, it's literally like a down the street type of town from here. So, we all count as being basically in town. But yeah, she's over there visiting a friend. Like the other side of town, basically. Even though it's technically a different county.
But yeah, she visiting her friend. So, you know, had a little time. I did a Suminagashi project earlier today. I actually did a project yesterday while she was here. But the excuse is that she was studying during that time, so it wasn't like I was really disturbing her with my project. Sure if I really like that. But we'll see. Yeah, this is the green I originally used. Like I have another color that I want to put in. Or something else that I want to put in. This was just described as a dirty pour. The object of a dirty pour is that you take a whole bunch of things that you want, mix them in together. Yeah. Instead of a straight pour. Yeah, watch this whole video. You know, what's supposed to be the correct way to do your full pouring. Because I still watch videos myself, even. You know what I mean? I'm still learning. So this was like, and it felt like something I already watched, but probably can, you know, watch again. And I did watch it again. I think probably saved it and then watch later after watching it again. But, you know, what are the correct ratios? And, you know, this one actually talked about, like, what would be considered archival, you know, for paints, with acrylic pouring. You know, it's cool. But it just got me kind of thinking, all right, you know, let's make it acrylic pour. Let's do a flip cup. And I know I'd done a flip cup actually with these paints previously, but, you know, let's go at it again. Can I fit a little bit more just red in there? A little more rojo? Like this? Rojo? Check it out right here. Rojo? Okay. So yeah, 12-ounce cup. You know, I got it right to the top. Boom. Okay, Smokey Robinson Miracles. Because we don't need a miracle with this. Okay? And yeah, this is where, I guess if I'm going to try to put some tape on the back edge of this here, I'm going to try to do it on this side. And I'm just pulling a lot of these tape pieces are, you know, ones that I've used multiple times. Like, this is probably why I've been having so much issues with my paintings lately, is because I keep reusing all these tape pieces. Like, oh yeah, you know, this will make the thing stay there. But yeah, I feel like at least as far as getting a stick on here, you know, the tape's important. So, why do they call this a flip cup? Well, there's two ways you can flip it. You can either flip the cup directly on the surface, or you can flip the surface with the cup. Okay. While my hands are somewhat dry, I'm going to show you guys one of my Suminagashi pieces. This one actually I just did, so I have it on the plexiglass, but check that out. I mean, just did that. Suminagashi is like Japanese ink printing. It's like floating ink. It's the whole deal. And yeah, you know, got a few more that I've been working on, and some marble ones also. So yeah, stay tuned for, I guess, that series. You know, if you haven't checked them out already, there'll be some cool ones to see in there. And I don't really know what I'm going to do as far as making them into prints or anything yet. You know, if I want to print them, or if I want to, use them as materials of printing. Like to get into maybe some colors with it. And there are some ways you can do, that was traditional ink that I used, but there's some ones you can do with like colored inks and even acrylic paints, alcohol inks. Yeah, there's like a whole world over there. I haven't found glow in the dark yet though, so bear with me on that part. But otherwise, yeah. So here we go. We're gonna see if this 12-ounce cup here will cover this 12-ounce or 12-inch record. 12-ounce cup, 12-inch record. Ready, boom. Woo! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! I want to cover the whole record, and not like. Just let it kind of sit over there. Yeah. I'm almost wishing I could catch the cup here, because I have another project that I'm kind of telling myself I want to work on. Sam McGraw was visiting. So you guys have seen where I've done the little eggs, all that. She took a couple of my eggs and gave them out to some people, just as little gifts recently. It was cool. Like, I got to actually be with her when, we did a couple of them. Normally she does mantra cards, but I guess she left the mantra cards by mistake when packing. So it's like, hey, you have any eggs? And I was like, yeah, I do. And yeah, we just kind of, made some mantra eggs, I guess you'd say. I'm kind of just letting the stuff build on that one there to see what happens. As far as the colors and all that. That's okay, let's put you down. I'm like trying to make an egg here while talking with you guys. It's kind of funny. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Yeah, I was in so I do the online Bible studies. I just started one this week, today actually. And it seems to be another artist series one. Connect with, your God-given talents type of thing. But in it, it's talking about like holding a piece of your art, material, being thankful for it, thanking God for it, and, kind of while holding it, meditating on the thought of, what's holding you back, really, and what's, what are you not sharing through your art, and what are you, what's kind of hindering your God-given purpose and all this sort of, fun stuff like that also. And, I think they said, like, what are you hiding from God, with your art type of thing, or I think that's how they worded it. But yeah, basically what's holding you back. And you're supposed to like write or draw or create based on that. Here's an egg, by the way. just made. But the thing that I kind of said with mine was this idea that I'm always doing too many things and not really focused on one thing. And God, you know, not only wants for me to focus on one thing, but wants to be the one thing that I focus on. If that makes sense. Let me see if I can get some of this here, scraped off, and especially before it starts to run off. It'll run off just that quickly as you see over there in that one corner, and then you are done for. So let's see where I can get some of this scraped off. I probably could have done it sooner, I'm gonna see if with this egg I can pick up some of it. As I'm telling this story about how I need to focus on one thing, while not focusing on the one thing, and continuing to make eggs, yeah. Yeah, I'm really. And and I get it. Yeah, I'm gonna. It's very easy for me to say, well, I'm ADHD. Alphabet souped, aren't we all these days? Aren't we all in the alphabet soup? But are we? Really, are we? Is that what it is? The alphabet soup is kicking in right now, and that's what's causing me to decide that I want to try to make eggs and make paintings. Not that I can't make the eggs after I finish up with this painting. But I can't do one thing at a time. Obviously, see, I got a little bit of a drip issue with that side over here. Let's go ahead and get this here done. Cause like I'm watching it just drip off that side. It's just like, ugh, okay. But I'm wasting time also because I know that it's like Sunday evening, but not like late enough to be like dark outside. So, did I just somehow turn off the light magically? Hold on. I know I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I meant to do that, but I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, okay, so here we go. I do have some glow. Okay, that at least makes me somewhat happy. I gotta figure out why I'm dripping off the sides, because I've been seeing some of these drip off the sides, and they're not the best when you do that, even though that's kind of becoming almost a signature of my look, I guess you'd say. Is that little bit of side drippage, but I can somehow stop that from happening. I guess life will be better one day, but if that not happen. Right. yeah, here's me totally about to make another egg, because again, but you know, it was really cool actually to share those eggs, because you know, that's a free piece of art that I could share. You know, not that I haven't given away free art, and, you know, not that artists shouldn't be paid for their talents. I don't really do murals. I guess I could, but you know, even if I did, it's like I would almost want to do something like this also, because this to me says you know, it says like, hey, you're giving away art and making it kind of cool. Yeah, we appreciate that as the community at large. So, yeah, I guess the moral of the story is, you know, if you can figure out ways to give away art, it'd be cool, and have people respect what you do as a talent. You know, make others in the world smile somewhat, and be a good human. Yeah, not be a bad one. If you can change the world around you, you've changed the world. Yeah, I'm gonna make some eggs, I guess. You know, and I'm gonna see if I can figure out somewhere for these things to dry that's not in here. Kind of curious if I do try to dry everything outside of the, you know, bases, what happens. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I got a little bit of time before I have to, you know, get ready for work and all that. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me. Till next time. Deuces.